I could give you an assortment of knives too, but this is what I prefer size-wise.
Well, we'll talk about that in 1 second. We'll show that and stuff.
Well, let me get a couple from the house.
Well, okay. Anyway, hey guys, Prepper Nurse One here. Today is Sunday. It is the 18th of November, 2018. And so, first of all, before we get started on a video, I just wanted to say the important thing to remember, guys, is that we are all in this together. Whatever, with prepping and stuff like that, this is a team thing, and I think a lot of people lose sight of that a lot of the times. And so, anyways, I am over at my neighbor's house, and he's got some guys that he works with that have a nuisance permit for deer, and so they they have the tags and they can take as many as they want, basically, to get rid of a lot of these deer in the area that they're at. So this here is about 180 pound 6-point buck, so it's a good sized deer. And so like I said, I'm over at Scott's, and he's going to skin this deer, and we're going to show you skinning this deer on video, okay? So anyway, so Scott's going to show you a couple different knives here that he has and that he uses. So we're going to kick this around here, and you want to explain this real quick, Scott?
Well, with any knife, what you want a good sturdy knife. This one's a straight tang. Everything's sturdy, put together as one. This is your typical folding lock blade. They work great for small stuff, but I don't trust the locks. So I always use a straight blade. And this one you can see is a straight tang all the way through the handle, riveted together. It's all one piece. You don't need a huge knife, just something small, perfect, and sharp that fits your hand comfortably.
Okay.
And this is the one I found that works best.
All right, so in the back here, he also has a little bit, it's a button buck, so it's a real smaller buck. So they gave him 2 of the deer, but like I said, they gave him this one. So he's going to start skinning this deer, and he's going to walk us through it and talk us through it.
If your temperatures allow, like today it's a nice 30-degree day, as long as it's below 30, you can let them hang for a couple days and let them bleed out. What I generally do is find out the best part of the leg to start my cut, usually about halfway down it. Just make any cut right into the leg, all the way to the bone, doesn't make a difference.
Now, how long have you been skinning deer?
Oh God, 30 years on and off.
Okay.
So that tells you how old I am, roughly.
You started doing it when you were 3, right? No, I'm like...
I wish. Well, I'm glad I didn't, but
yeah.
Like on the last one, all I'm allowed to do is skin it. Lady don't like me and the way I butcher. She says I butcher the butchering.
So now you just get cutting the fat back.
Yeah, you're just trimming along, pulling the fur, which when I get further along you'll be able to see better.
Now, if you wanted to, you could save this hide and tan the hide. Is that correct?
Yes, but that's if you got the time and the resources. It does take a bit of time. A lot of salt. Get it stretched out on a board. Once you get it going, you don't really do a lot of cutting or trimming. You can pretty much pull it right down.
Pull it right down, right?
Just like that. So I got my hand in a nice little pocket.
Yep, yep.
And that helps you keep your fingers out of the way.
Well, that helps, yeah. You don't want to do that.
Then come around the other side and start on that leg and bring your 2 cuts together.
Okay. And again, you're going all the way down to the bone with that one, you said,
Yep,
correct?
right to the bone. Because when you cut these, you can actually take from where I start my cut, just below it is good meat also.
Okay.
So you can actually come right down the leg. And if you want to come around the other side,
Yeah, I'll kick around over here.
see, I'm doing this one a little different because I'm right-handed. And I'm working against the tree. This is all meat in here.
Right,
Usually you got your, we call it the elbow,
right.
your ankle down there. Anywhere's in here is a good place to throw a cut and still get meat off that leg.
Okay. And we won't have music in this video because we realized afterwards, just because we had background music, we had a copyright infringement. So they demonetized that video when we were doing the butchering last time. So the last time that actually had happened on one of my videos, Heather was doing a talent show when she was 12 at the school that she was at before, up in Greece, New York. And she's up on stage by herself singing this song, so I was like, oh, how cool is this? I want to videotape it, and I put it up for everybody to see, and it got demonetized because of copyright infringement, and that was the last one that many years ago, so you're talking about 5 years ago that had happened, and I totally forgot about it and didn't think anything of it when she said, oh, I'm going to put music on while I do this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's just, there's the copyright stuff that they that they don't want you to do. So it wasn't like we were playing the music to try to make any money. We were just playing the music to play music. So
Makes time go by faster.
yeah, exactly. But what are you gonna do? Got to play by the rules, the YouTube rules. Yeah, that's pulling right off there nice like that too.
Like I said, once you get it going, it comes right off. Not really a lot of cutting, it's just getting it started. And then you're finished.
Right, right.
Depending on how you're going to finish it. All I do is when I get down, I come around the legs, then I'll just hack them off right here at the head.
Okay.
Because there's not really a lot of meat on the neck. The neck I found out through a buddy of mine. He'll take the neck, cut the head right here, and right here you got a nice neck loin, and he takes them and puts them in a crock pot with vinegar, barbecue sauce, and what that does, he slow cooks it for 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
Then you dump it all out. It cooks the fat right off of the meat, so all you have left is the meat.
Oh, that's cool.
Then you make your barbecue sauce again for it that he does.
Right.
Cook it for another 12 hours, and it's like pulled pork.
Oh, that's cool.
At least that's what he tells me.
That's what he tells you. Okay.
I have not done it, but and there's people. This is all gutted out in the woods. Some people like the heart, some people like the liver, some
Right.
don't.
Right.
So, it's all preference on what you bring home. See, now we're coming into around the tail area.
Yep. Yep.
That's where a lot of your little bit of trimming comes in. If you notice, I'm not using much of my knife. I'm only using this much.
Right.
You don't really need anything more than that. And if you do get a knife and you do this more often, like the butcher knives we've got, get the rubber handles.
Okay.
That way
Less
they're not
slippery. Right.
Because as you can see, I'm not wearing any gloves, and if I was, it would make it worse
Right.
on my part.
Make it more difficult to do.
Right.
I'll come around on this side again.
And you're gonna get close up and personal with it no matter how you look at it.
Right.
One way or another. Like this one was, he was eating pretty good. See all the fat?
Yep, yep.
That's where you want to look. Keep your fingers out of the way. Cut right around the tail. The tail stays with the deer.
Right.
Like we said, once you get going, and you get it going where you want it, look at all the fat.
Yep, a lot of fat.
That's
There's where he
she
shot. Yep, there was the hole.
was hit high in the back.
And as you can see, it is snowing here. So Scott lives less than a mile away. Well, I'd say it's about a mile exactly away from me. And so he's up in the hills here too. And it has been, I'm going to pan this around just a minute so you guys can see. We've had snow all day long. So this definitely does not feel like November. It definitely feels like later December. Because a lot of times I think there's only like normally a like 40 to 50% chance that we'll have snow on the ground for Christmas. So having as much snow as we've already had this early is absolutely crazy. So basically you're just going to work it down around the legs then?
Yep.
And
Basically all you do when you get down to the legs, reverse your process like you did up here at the top.
okay, all right, because it's like we're already getting quite a bit of time on this video. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate you showing us how this was done. And it'll be all good to have, more deer meat, right?
Always. Venison is good for your cholesterol levels too.
Yeah, yeah, it's more of a lean meat.
It'll reduce one of them and bring the other one up.
Right.
So whichever one's the bad one, it helps get rid of it and brings your good one, your level up.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so how much meat now do you think you'll end up with out of this deer altogether?
Well, right here, alone, probably on the one leg, 10 pounds, 15 pounds.
Okay.
So there's 30 between the two. Probably 90 counting the front two. That's not counting your tenderloins.
Right, and all the
back straps.
okay. So a good amount of meat on a deer this size.
Yep.
That's cool. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to jump off of here from now. I wanted to share this with you. We had talked about, Scott and I had talked about this, and he said the next time that, when the boys got him a deer, he was going to, show us the whole skinning process. So that is that. So now you guys see it, and that way, if you ever have to do it, now you kind of know what you have to do. And so anyway, listen, I'm going to jump off here for now. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself, okay? I will see you all tomorrow, guys. Have a great day. And I'm just going to pan this out to the snow again. I mean, it looks really, really pretty on everything, to be honest with you. It really does look pretty. But you get to a point up here in the Northeast where it sucks after a while. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out.